This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Live Day is back. Yeah, man.
Let's go.
Woo! You can join us November 18th. That's the date. It's happening at Snoqualmie Casino. And you know what Live Day is all about? From commercials, sound effects, music, all of it is live, nothing pre-recorded.
It means all the mess ups we can't fix in editing.
Yeah.
Not
just like the guy reading this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't fix it in post. So the bumbling I'm doing right now, you're going to hear that on Live Day for everything, actually. And this Live Day, we're celebrating our 50th anniversary. That's a golden anniversary. That's back in 1971, so it's solid gold 70s. That's the theme, baby. Tickets are going on sale starting this Friday at 10 a.m., and you can choose from a variety of ticket options. You want all the info? You want to get those tickets to Live Day? Yeah, we want to see you down there. Go to KISW.com for more details.
Let's play B-Mix.
It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. B-Mix. Don't be a loser. Whoa! B-Mix. You're a loser.
It is time to B-Mix, but it's Wednesday, so there may be some whacking.
Whack it.
Oh, crap. Sorry.
Let me see everybody do their Mr. Wacky then.
All right.
I gotta stop looking at all the people complaining about that not being a goal.
That's going to
make me more mad.
Oh, it's going to be so hard for that. I understand all of that.
What a great first game. I mean, controversy, a comeback. I mean, come on.
What a great way to sell hockey to a new audience.
Yeah.
I just had the most brilliant idea ever.
Uh-oh.
I just figured out. I know that people are going to be against Phil the Kraken as the mascot. But what if we had Wacky the Kraken and it was one of those wavy things, but it was like 8 tentacles and it all waved?
Sold.
All right.
Yes.
I'll
take it. If we can't get Phil, we'll get Wacky.
Okay, let's go.
I'll send them a tweet about that and see how they feel about it.
Wacky the Kraken.
Yeah. I love it. Well, I love it. Let's get to our contestant today. We've got Steve in Seattle. Steve, are you there?
I am, and I'm going to sweeten the pot.
Whoa, what?
Okay.
Steve, if I win, you've got to go to a Sounders match with either me or Danny V.
Oh, man, twist my arm.
This is Steven. He follows me, and I met his son, Benedict. He's awesome. Wow. He was like, you need to bring Migs
But can we trust his son?
Oh, yes, we can.
Okay.
Because Benedict.
Bad joke. Wow, good call. I totally missed that.
And if I lose, I've got to go to a Kraken match.
Well, you should anyway.
Well, as long as you're paying.
That's a good way to look at it.
All right, Steve.
Those tickets are very expensive right now.
Are.
Yeah, that's a fact.
All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Steve will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Steve, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Who hosted a variety show called The Osmonds with her brother Donnie?
Marie.
Yes. How many holes are played in a standard round of golf?
18.
Yes. How many Olympic medals did Nancy Kerrigan win?
7.
No.
8, 9.
No. In which decade did Walt Disney World open?
The 60s.
No.
70s.
Yes. Jerry Jones owns which NFL team?
Dallas Cowboys.
Yes. What color is the genie in Disney's Aladdin?
Blue.
Yes. Margaret Thatcher was a prime minister for where?
The United Kingdom.
Yes. Which card in blackjack can have 2 different values?
Ace.
Yes. Jerry Rice retired as a member of which NFL team?
Denver Broncos.
No.
49ers.
Yes. How many nephews does Donald Duck have?
3.
Yes. And Steve, you get 9 out of 10.
Very nice.
Ooh, that's a good score. Maybe these questions are really, really easy.
Go Sounders!
Go Sounders!
I mean, some of them were easy, that's for sure. Easier than they have been.
Yeah, that's.
Or I'm old.
Well, yeah, exactly. If you're a little bit older, you might it might be easier time for these ones. So, Steve, and
Yes.
here you got your work cut out for you, buddy.
Oh, boy.
Are you ready?
I want to give a quick shout out, best luck, and well wishes to the man himself, the Shat. William Shatner's about to go into space,
Yes.
so I'm gonna try and win it for him. Nice.
I appreciate that.
I'm just a sexy boy.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to become the Rocket Man.
I'm not your boy toy.
I don't know if you all saw the meme, but somebody, my buddy Chris sent me the meme showing Shatner wearing a yellow jacket and everybody else wearing red jackets before they were going up there.
Okay, that's pretty funny. Even I know the joke with that one. That's awesome. Yeah, you don't wear a red jacket if you're a Star Trekkie.
Nope.
Yeah, don't hang out with William Shatner wearing red of any kind.
No. Are you ready, Steve?
Oh, yeah!
Who hosted a variety show called The Osmonds with her brother Donnie?
Marie,
Yes. How many holes are played in a standard round of golf?
18.
Yes. How many Olympic medals did Nancy Kerrigan win?
2.
Yes.
Oh.
In which decade
Why?
did Walt Disney World open?
Decade of 50s.
No.
60s.
No.
40s.
No.
30s?
No. Jerry Jones owns which NFL team?
The Cowboys.
Yes. What color is the genie in Disney's Aladdin?
Blue.
Yes. Margaret Thatcher was prime minister for where?
Britain.
Yes. Which card in blackjack can have 2 different values?
The Ace.
Yes. Jerry Rice retired as a member of which NFL team?
The Seattle Seahawks.
No.
Oh, crap. The Oakland Raiders.
No.
Woo. San Francisco 49ers.
Yes. How many nephews does Donald Duck have?
3.
Yes. And Steve, you get 9 correct. Woo. And you tie with Steve. No one's going to any sports games.
I guess we have to go to a Seahawks game. I guess we'll just go to a Hawks game or a Storm game.
There you go. Yeah.
Seawolves game.
Seawolves right there. T-Birds, any other, but you cannot go to a Sounders, nor can you go to a Kraken game.
Kids.
Yeah, I'm a season ticket holder for the Kraken, so I got to go.
Oh, look at you.
Look at you, baller.
So are you going to go to the home opener?
Absolutely.
Good for you.
Nice.
I've seen some people putting their tickets on sale because of whatever life issues made it so they can't go to the home opener, which is funny because then you just see how greedy they are because they're like, I can't go to the home opener. I'm selling them for $4,000 a ticket. And I'm like, yeah.
Of course you are.
Investors, not fans.
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry, man. If I had season tickets, even though I know I can make a pretty penny off of the home opener, I would not pass up the opportunity to go to that game.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
I'm happy for you, man. That's going to be a great game to be a part of.
Nice.
Thank you. Have a good game, sir.
Take it easy, buddy.
Yeah, the only one you missed there was the Walt Disney World opened, and Steve did get that one correct. It was the 70s.
I was going to go 70s. I'm like, there's no way it opened in the 70s.
Yeah, 1971.
You have got to be kidding me.
Nope, I wouldn't kid about
Sorry about that, buddy.
Oh, my gosh. I'm such an idiot.
So, well, congrats on your tie. Gosh, now I feel bad.
Yeah, because the Disneyland opened earlier,
Yes.
before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Disney World was the later one. I think that's probably what you're thinking, Steve, was the first one.
I was. Speaking of talking about the Kraken, did you see the fun interplay between the Kraken social media page and the Vegas Golden Knights social media?
Oh, I did not see that. What did they do?
They were, that's like the fun thing now. It's like, social media pages go at war with each other. So on Twitter, the Kraken wrote, Ryan Donato has scored the first ever goal in Seattle Kraken history in all caps. Like, very exciting.
Yeah.
And Vegas' social media Twitter page goes, OMG, act like you've scored before.
Oh, it's good, man. It is. It was just so awesome to just to see it happening. To see them playing in their first NHL game. It was wild to have Seattle mentioned in that conversation.
It was.
Yeah. Oh, and you're right, Steve. The unis look good. I think because I didn't see many of the. I don't think I saw any of the preseason with their road jerseys. Oh, they look good.
Yeah, Danny and I were going back. He's like, I need one of the road jerseys now because the white and that really bright blue, the ice blue, it just really looks great on the ice.
I just thought it was because Steve and I were texting back and forth, and it was very much like pretty much about the game, and then all of a sudden my text to Steve was just, "Damn it, Steve! Now I need an away jersey."
Yeah,
and I'm like, yeah, I might order a $30 one.
Time to go across the pond and see what we can find.
Dude, especially when I thought Tanev was going to score in that breakaway and it ended up like the puck got away from him. But I was like, oh, man, if he scored the first ever goal in Seattle Kraken history, it just cements that guy is forever a legend in this town.
Yeah. Very, very exciting, though, man. I was so impressed because, the first 3 goals, it's like, wow, okay, these guys, you know what, they look like that, they look like just what you'd expect, opening night jitters and haven't really played a whole lot of games together, all of that stuff. And then the way they just came back, and I was like, wow, I mean, this is a Golden Knights team that has a lot of expectations and sure as heck really wanted to show they were the superior team, I think, for their fans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you're like, man, I mean, the Kraken played a hell of a game.
Got a ton of shots on goal, which a lot of people were going to say that was going to be an issue for them is offense. And I mean, they look very aggressive on offense, and they still don't have Yanni Gourde, who's going to be one of the better forwards for the team. And he's still coming back from an injury, but he'll be back soon.
Yeah, and we can't. I think also, didn't they all have to fly out a little bit later, like because they got the 5 dudes that we weren't sure we were going to get. So I mean, and so the whole thing was a little crazy for the team, I think.
Yep.
And they played amazingly considering the first night, all the COVID nonsense, and they still showed up well. I was just like, wow, here's a goal. There's another goal. Holy cow, they've tied this game.
I think there was like 4 guys on the COVID protocol. He was 100% there, like he's not going to be able to play. But then the other 3, I thought up until like before the game, I thought they're not playing. And then you see some tweets like, oh, just spotted Jamie Alexiak walk by the bar that we're at heading to the game. I'm like, first of all, that's crazy that like the players are just walking by bars before the game. Not like they're going into bars, but like they're all just kind of walking unassuming. And of course, there's a bunch of Seattle Kraken fans that were showing up pretty strong in Vegas. And I'm like, why is he in town if he's not supposed to play because of the COVID protocol? And then you find out most of them cleared it and they were able to play, which that's got to be weird for the coaching strategy as well.
And we talked to John Forsland about this, and I will name the team now since John did confirm it does happen, and somebody put it on Facebook because you said the next team we're playing is Nashville.
Yep.
May not see anybody in the stands representing the Kraken because that was the person who said they tried to get tickets and couldn't get them. They would not sell them tickets because they weren't locals. So I don't know how much of a Kraken fan presence we're going to see in Nashville.
Vegas was pretty strong.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw some pictures outside of bars, and it was just like a ton of and then you saw a bunch of Kraken jerseys and then the stands. And dude, that's so lame. It looked so cool seeing. I mean, it's obviously the majority of people there were Vegas fans. I don't think anyone's going to like think that it wasn't a Vegas crowd, and they were hyped for their team. A little bit of a lull during it, but they picked it back up when they scored that 4th goal, obviously. But it's fun to see the opposing team fans in the crowd as well. I mean, that's the fun of sports.
Yeah, it's so odd to me. If I can watch a Red Sox game and a wild card game and see a Red Sox fan and a Yankee fan next to each other and they don't kill each other, why? I mean, honestly, Nashville and Seattle, you can't let that happen? Really? I don't understand at all. And unless I don't know that they expected more Seattle fans to show up than Nashville fans? Is that what they were afraid of?
It seems kind of weird.
Yeah, especially since, and I'm really surprised the NHL doesn't do something about this, because this is a team you want to be successful. You want this team to be, successful. You want them to show up. You want it to really be an exciting time for the new team, and to have one of the other teams just shut them out of the arena like that. I feel like that's something where the NHL needs to step in and say, yeah, Nashville, we're not going to let that happen. We want this team to have all the success possible. Because, I mean, what do you want for the new franchise?
They should just take the team from them. I mean, we should just have Nashville gone.
Yeah.
Can't have you. We're gonna take down your arena. Everything just canceled.
Wow.
Nashville's canceled.
Nashville is canceled. Well, you know something.
No more music. No nothing.
Yeah, you can take your Smashville and shove it up your new where ski.
Whoa! All right then. I mean, a little harsh, but you know what? These are tough times, and you know what? You get one strike and you're out.
We have to set the tone for the rest of the season.
Yes, we do. We got a woman that just shared a great story about how a Walmart employee screwed up her party platter order in the most ridiculous way. What do they do? I'll tell you at 7:20 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. A woman in Virginia just shared a story about how she ordered a party platter of sandwiches from Walmart.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. I didn't either, so I am excited about this possibility.
Party platter today, boys.
So she ordered this party platter and asked for half white and half wheat. And she figured she knew that, that they knew that she meant half of them should be made with white bread and the other half with wheat.
How else could it be?
Yeah, well, how about they instead gave her 2 trays of sandwiches with both breads combined, so with the toppings.
I'm looking at the pictures. This is amazing because it's so obvious. One is a white bread and one is a wheat bread.
Yeah. If you're, this just goes to show you, if you're not used to terminology or not used to doing stuff, this is an easy mistake to make.
Easy?
I remember doing something like this when I was a kid. I remember making toast for my mom and she said put butter on one side and peanut butter on the other side. So I literally put butter on one side of the toast and peanut butter on the other side, and Yeah,
again,
wasn't impressed with me, but yeah. I can see why it could happen.
Yeah, if you don't know what they mean, your brain goes, well, all right, half the sandwich, so the top half should be white and the bottom half should be wheat. Now, Steve, I know what they mean and you know what they mean, but
everybody should know. Why would you even think that you'd want one bread to be white, one bread to be wheat on the same sandwich?
It's hard to argue with you because I come from a generation that's always known this, but I mean, I mean, there's a lot of things that I'm like, wow, that's common knowledge, and yet it's not for younger people.
I'm picturing a stoner took the order, and it's like, man, that's weird. Okay, we'll do it.
I'd much rather be a dare. I dare you to do it. Really? I don't care about this job. Sure, I'll do it.
Wow.
Yeah. That being said, I'd like to try it and see what it tastes like.
Right?
Yeah, and if you just go, look, I want, half wheat, half white, and that's all you say, rather than I want half the sandwiches made with white bread and the other half of sandwiches made with wheat bread. They didn't say it that way. They say I want half white, half wheat.
Yeah, just said order a sandwich tray from Walmart, half wheat, half white. This is what we got.
Yeah, and we don't know if she asked for a refund.
Oh, I would just eat it.
Yeah, right. Sandwich is sandwich. I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
wow. The old half and half. It's the Walmart half and half special.
The old half and half.
So there's nobody in this room that would have made that mistake. Is that true?
I mean, when I was like 16 and like dumb, I probably would have done it.
Like nowadays,
there you go.
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
I think like nowadays, I think I would think better. But like, I think to some of the stuff that like you would get, and some of those receipts, like when I worked at Dairy Queen, they would come back and it's like, what does this mean? Like, so I'd have to ask, like, no cheese, but cheese is spelled CHZ, so you might think it's chili. I don't know.
Yeah. I think when you're a young person, you don't know a lot of these things, and retail does have a lot of young people.
But I feel like it'd be like, because sometimes we'll order, like, we get mod pizza, and we'll get the salad, and I'll say, hey, can you put the dressing on the side? Like, never once would I think I need to tell them to put it in a little container on the side. Like, I wouldn't think to open up my bowl of salad and the dressing is just on a side of the salad.
That's what, and I could easily think of that. I mean, honestly, I could easily make that mistake if I was a noob.
I guess so. I mean, that's the lesson learned in life. We got to be more. We got to give more clarification.
I hate to say it, but yeah. Oh, it's oh man.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
A woman just shared how a Walmart employee screwed up their party platter in a very ridiculous way. So based on this, and it doesn't have to be at work, we want to know, what was the most ridiculous screw up that you have ever made? Yeah. That's pretty awesome. Half white bread, half wheat bread. All right.
The bread I used to eat.
Yeah. Wow. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What was the most ridiculous screw-up that you have ever made? Your calls, your texts after STP on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. So a woman just shared how a Walmart screwed up her party platter order in a ridiculous way. Based on this, and it doesn't have to be at work, what was the most ridiculous screw-up that you have ever made? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to, looks like, Charles in Tacoma. Charles, you are on The Rock.
Good morning, folks. How you doing?
Good morning, Charles. What you got for us, buddy?
Okay, so this is actually a story about my daughter. My daughter, when she was 11 years old, decided she was going to go in the kitchen and make some Jell-O.
All right.
Nobody could screw it up, right?
No, I wouldn't think so.
Well, she decided to follow the instructions exactly the way they were printed on the package. So she took a cup of water and literally put the plastic measuring cup of water in the pot on the stove and turned it on.
Oh, no.
Wow.
I wish I was kidding. I got the phone call at work from my wife telling me about it, and all I was thinking was, this is my daughter.
Yeah. How old was she?
She was 11 at the time.
Oh,
the good news is she's now a 25-year-old. She's a college graduate, and she really hates it when I tell that story.
Oh, yeah. And I feel like you probably told that story a few times over the course of the time.
Yeah.
You have to. You just have to.
Well, again, when you're a person that doesn't know anything and you're given instructions, you can take them literally. And I mean, I can't really blame her for that. Just like, I want half white, half wheat. It's like, okay, you want a bunch of sandwiches, half white, half wheat. I can understand if you don't know, literally, you did the right thing.
I actually have a melting story as well. I just remembered.
Oh, good for you.
I ended up melting a plastic cutting board in the oven. And it was because my mom had said, before you touch my new stove and oven, you need to read the instructions. One of the instructions said, don't put anything in the oven to store, which is something we've always done. I don't know if you guys do that.
Yeah. No, we don't. But I know people do.
Right. And I learned
We're not stupid in our household.
Right.
Come on. Yeah. I'm joking.
I learned not to do that anymore, but I grew up doing it. So living away and coming back, I turned on, preheated the oven. And I mean, the pots were fine because they're all metal. The plastic cutting board, not so much. And it just... bleh.
Oh, that must have been a pain in the ass to clean.
Yeah, you had to wait for it to cool down enough that you can handle it, but not so much that it solidifies.
Right. Yeah.
So it was just like quickly, just go for it as it's melting and
oh, that's nasty.
I mean, I cleaned it up, but my mom yelled at me. I'm like, you told me to read the instructions. Why are you putting crap in there?
Yeah.
So stupidity on both our ends.
See, we've never put it in the actual oven. We just use that little drawer at the bottom. Which is supposed to be for warming, apparently.
Yeah, it's actually, you're supposed to warm things in it, not store all of your other stuff.
No, up until a couple of years ago, I always thought that was just where you kept your pots and pans. Yeah. Because that's where we kept our pots and pans.
We still do, but now we know what it's supposed to be used for.
Yeah, like who the hell's warming stuff in there?
I didn't realize that was a warmer. Okay, so
Yeah.
I've learned something new too. Damn, I got some toasty pans.
Yeah. Wow. We all could have told you that, BJ.
Why, thank you.
Stop humble bragging.
Well, someone's got to do it. Hey, we got a couple that opened their suitcase at the airport. This is nuts. A couple opens their suitcase at the airport and found their dog hiding inside. Yeah, this is stories as crazy as it sounds, and you're going to hear from them at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another listener question. How do I rebuild my credit after filing bankruptcy?
You rebuild it, one creditor at a time by making your payments on time on your rent or your mortgage, by continuing to make car payments on a car that you keep during your case. You can also, as I said earlier, you can almost always get a credit card almost immediately after filing bankruptcy. Sometimes it's a secured card, and it'll almost always have a really high interest rate on it. But you could get a small balance credit card and charge a tank of gas or a dinner once a month on that and make the payment, pay it off every month, and that'll help you build a credit history one creditor at a time, and will help you rebuild your credit over time.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.